YouTube, it's Nerdcat, and I am back with the last video of Nerdtastic Halloween for this year. That's right, it's October 31st, so happy Halloween, everybody! Now, I've had so much fun this week doing all these ridiculous looks that I wanted to do something theoretically easier. So I actually went into my Party City and I saw all these makeup kits that they had in these little vignettes with different themes. So I picked up the Day of the Dead kit, this little sugar skull kit that comes with cream makeups, a brush, a little sponge, some stick-on jewels, and these stencils. Theoretically, this kit is supposed to do a full face for a sugar skull, so I wanted to see if it really would. I'm going to actually try and recreate the picture on the actual promotional photo, because theoretically I should be able to, as it is on the kit. So I have the kit with the stencils and the cream makeup. I also did pick up some translucent powder, because from personal experience, cream makeups crease really easily, and they get really shiny, especially with oily skin, which I have. So powder is pretty much a must with cream makeups. I will say that I kind of wish kits like these either had some translucent powder or in their instructions on the back say to set with powder, but that's just me nitpicking. So with this kit, this powder, and these little odds and ends I picked up that were right next to the kit, I'm gonna see if I can do a Party City sugar skull. So without further ado, I'm gonna hand you off to voiceover Jamie, and let's get into the look. See you there.
Hey y'all, voiceover Jamie, back with your last Nerdtastic video. So for this look, like I said in the intro, I am just going to use what's in the kit and just try and get the same look as the photo. So I first went in with the white makeup. I did use my own makeup sponge instead of the small one that they had in the kit, because you're going to be covering your entire face and neck with this white cream makeup, and using that small sponge or brush would have taken forever. So I did just use a regular beauty blender that I just had laying around. As you can see, the white paint was very sheer, so I did lay down this first coat and then had to go back over it a couple of times to get a much more opaque white. So that is something you need to be aware of. I did end up having some leftover white either way, so that was nice. I did powder after I applied the white, just to make sure everything was set. Then, taking the small brush that was in the kit, I took the black cream makeup and tried to do the circles around my eyes. They are so uneven. I am not good at drawing a circle in general, let alone trying to make symmetrical circles on my eyes, but I did try my best, keeping an eye on the actual photo as I was doing it to try and have things as even as I could get. Then I went in with some more black cream and the small sponge that came with the kit. The sponge did work pretty well, as you can see, but I did go in with a denser makeup sponge later on just to make the black shade a little more opaque. Now I'm going in with the first stencil and just painting in the black cream makeup. The stencils worked really well. They all were really easy to use. The only issue I had with them, well, there were two issues I had with them. One was because it's a sticker, every time I put them down and then remove them, they removed some of the white makeup, which was a little frustrating. And the second thing was with the larger pieces, like this piece here for the eyes, I really should have cleaned the stencil off before doing each part, because after I used it the first time, everything was crisp lines and really clean, but as I continued to use it without wiping it down, the lines kind of got a little more blurred and it wasn't as crisp. So if you are using this kit, I would try to wipe down the stencils before like moving on so that every line is crisper. Now I'm going in with the mouth pieces. I have to say, I think the mouth little lines were probably my favorite stencil in the whole kit, because they are just so cute, and I think I would probably use them again for other costumes, like a scarecrow or something like that. This chin piece, though, I will say probably my least favorite, as I didn't particularly like the yellow color because it was so light, and I also didn't particularly like, doing the little, trying to smooth out the chin area. Now, these guys on the cheeks were definitely the hardest stencil to use, mostly for the fact that your cheeks are very malleable, or at least mine are, because I have quite large cheeks, puffy cheeks, I guess. I don't know. So every time I press down to fill in the stencil, it would pop up in areas, especially in the tiny like swirl areas. So that one did take a little bit extra time, but it still came out really pretty, which was really cool at the end. I also kind of figured out that using your fingers or sponges are probably the best way to do stencils and cream makeup, because the brush does work, but you kind of are able to pack more paint down if you're using your finger or some sponges. Now I'm just going in with the red cream makeup from the kit to fill in my lips. You could use a red lipstick if you have it on hand, but since I was trying to do everything within the kit, I just used what I had. And in the picture, she had red lips, so. It did take a couple of coats of the red paint, though, to make it a little more opaque. Then I powdered, especially around my eyes, because your eyes are where it's going to crease the most. So I made sure to powder everything, and then I touched up the white areas where the stencils kind of pulled up some of the white paint as well. Now I'm just finishing up with the tiny crystal gems that they had and just mimicking the photo.
That's pretty much it. I'm gonna add a couple of extra things and see you at the montage. And this is the final look. Overall, I have to say, I'm quite impressed with the kit. Truthfully, I'm not a fan of cream makeup, and I knew that going in. However, even with that, I have to say this kit was a really good kit. It was a good buy. You have all of the makeup and the tools to do something, and you even have extra. I still have a lot of white, so if I wanted to redo or do a different type of sugar skull with this kit, I could. I have plenty of white paint. Which is really nice. So it's good that I have extra stuff if you want to do more, or if you have like multiple kids and you could just buy this one kit and you could probably do at least 2 faces, maybe 3, depending on, how you spare the white. But overall, it came out pretty well. I think I did a pretty good job getting as close as, if you will focus on her, come on, you can do it. There it is. got pretty close to my reference. Obviously this one is definitely a lot cleaner because a professional makeup artist did this one, and I'm not 100% sure if they used cream makeup on this, but if they did, they very likely probably touched it up a little bit in Photoshop to make it a little darker in areas, because once you put white down as your base, everything's going to start to get a little diluted from the white. But overall, it's not a bad kit, and I think I'd probably use these stencils again after I give them a wash, see if I can still use them. And it was just fun. It was kind of fun to just play with this kit, play with the stencils, play with the sticker gems, like just have a good time. So highly recommend if you are like a parent or if you want a quick makeup, this kit is great. It's a good thing. You just gotta remember, get translucent powder so that you can put it at least around your eyes so it doesn't crease on your eyelids. Oh, and make sure that you're careful with whatever clothes you're wearing because it transfers. You have to be very, very careful with it. You can get it off with baby wipes, but just be careful. But overall, I'm very happy with this look. I think it's really cute, and I think it was a great way to close out Nerdtastic Halloween for this year. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this week of videos. I really had fun putting them together and sharing them with you guys. If you did like this video, please hit that like button. If you want to stick around, you can always hit that subscribe button. And if you feel so inclined, please leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on Nerdtastic Halloween, what your favorite of the looks were, or anything in general. I'd love to hear from you guys. Alright, so I hope you all have a safe and happy Halloween wherever you are, and until next time, as always, stay nerdy, my friends. Later!